All right, so when last we left our adventurers, who wants to begin the recap?
What's up, Pyro Chick? All right. In the beginning, there was death.
I was born.
Oh.
Wait. Andy, look at their pictures on the stream. Jonathan, you need to scoot your gooch.
Oh yeah.
Over here. Like that.
Y'all need a shift
What the?
to the left.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay.
Andy.
Wait,
We
what?
need the big screen
Yeah.
that Kyle is on.
Hey, Andy, can you move us to the big
Switch
screen?
us, Andy. Yeah, wait a minute here.
Yes.
Switch screen.
Gary over there, you want a wide screen on us?
I mean, it'd be
Like,
fine. We can
Bard
see Alexis, and that's all we
Bard,
need.
why don't you start off the recap while I fix this?
All right. So we came back. It was a dark night. Actually, we have no idea what day or night it is because we've been stuck in this temple for how long? Days?
Like a
Years?
month.
At
Months.
least 2
Probably.
days.
There is an
Yeah.
exact count. Someone has been keeping track of that because someone's obsessive about dates and times.
And weird month days. Month names. Yes. Can you put that up? Yes.
I think you mean brilliant,
Brilliant.
very creative month days.
Right.
Horseshoe bin or whatever.
Horseshoe bin.
Oh.
Hormoo.
Oh my
Thor.
god.
All right. So, all right. At the beginning of the last session, we had actually just finished fighting that wraith creature in the intersection, or did we pick up in combat? I can't remember. Was it already resolved?
Yeah, it was resolved.
Okay. Yeah. And so we were in like this intersection, and we decided, Eve, right? You went off in some side tunnel and discovered like this room where you like take out people's body parts and put them into jars. Is there a formal name for that room?
A hospital, an operating room.
There is.
Mummification chamber.
Because we're in the mummification chambers. Where that's where you met
And then
your,
what
your
did you
friends the
find
mummies.
there? Eve, popcorn Eve.
Have mercy. We found, or at least I found, 6 scrolls that were good. 2 or 3 that were for consecration. But a
One
few
for
that if you read
consecration.
them out loud, you would die. That's pretty much about it. I mean,
Yeah, that was
there
a,
have been like a body. Oh yeah, there was a body in there. It had been the wizard.
I'm a wizard.
So I looted his body and went back up to the group, reported what I found, gave, it was Millicene the staff.
No, Story got the staff, and I got the spell book.
Yeah. And then we all went back into the room to where we decided to take a rest.
yeah. We decided to sleep in the buried like mummification chamber.
Without taking care of the body first.
The meat is hitting you hard, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
So
like what?
after
I mean, or
Orn, after taking well, actually this should be one for Gary, because Gary, you were the one who was on watch that night, and what happened?
Yeah, Gary. What happened, Gary? Gary.
Gary was on watch, and while he was on watch, he couldn't help but think, why did the cleric not bless these undead bodies amongst us right now in the middle of the night? So, he had a little survival check, and then next thing you know, you hear some rattling and jitters, and old Benfu, the once wizard man,
But tiefling.
right? It was Benfu, right?
That's Aki you're thinking of.
Who arose with the staff.
That would be
Or he once had
Bemfu
staff.
the wizard, the tiefling wizard.
Yeah, he was the one that we fought in the room. His
Tiefling.
body arose. Yep. So some undead creatures arose. I read a consecration scroll. I mean, it was pretty much. We probably didn't need to read it, but just in case, I read it. And then next thing you know, we got our rest in, and then we went to the next room, which we encountered Neris, the ghost banshee woman.
That was her name.
Now, was this the ghost of Christmas
room.
past?
Yes.
The one you guys are still in.
The big pyramid room, yep.
Yep.
That's where we currently are now, and Eve spent multiple rounds reading a scroll of consecration in which she blessed the room in the name of
Anubis.
Oh,
to which he told her
Itsy bitsy Anubis.
Yes, Anubis the spider god. Now.
Anubis the spider god, and then he told her to finish it.
I think we're forgetting the most important thing we learned, which is that those little organs kept wanting to come to me because I'm an elf.
Yeah, that was not the most.
That was
And I'm
not-
also dying.
That's not important either.
Well, they seem to be because you're an elf.
Wait, you're dying?
Who's dying?
I'm dying.
No.
I was-
You're dying.
Yeah,
We're all dying.
Why?
damn it, Devin!
Why are you
I was
dying?
prepping the cigarette.
because I was
She was
nobody. Yeah, nobody stabilized me, so I'm still.
Oh, that. Oh.
Thoric did, he's ran over.
Everyone's decided to kill Melusine because y'all found out about my secondary character.
So,
That's why we're trying to keep you alive.
Hey, aren't elves like immortal or something like that?
semi-immortal.
We're
They're
working
first
on it.
immortal elf.
So we pick
Right.
up tonight with the party in the room, stone pyramid made of black marble, walls of skulls protruding from the stone. The room still and very dark, with the presence of the god of death still receding into the distance. Eve, the last thing that you heard the presence say to you, do you remember what it was?
To finish it.
Mm-hmm. So to
Test your might.
either side of the room, one directly in front of Gary, one standing over the body of Melusine and beside the winded Banab, the ancient rotted forms of the priests, each of them carrying a large two-handed obsidian blade, now stand at a relaxed state, just sort of gently, almost blowing in the non-existent breeze. They just stand idle there. Their eye sockets glowing a brilliant green. The room itself...
They didn't-
Sorry?
I was just gonna say, so they didn't go down when she disappeared.
Nope. But they are not... They are not fighting you, and they are not hostile. So, Eve, Melusine is still down, so I'm going to say Thoric is going to rush over there and give some healing magics.
Give
Thank
you a
you.
good touch.
Give me that butter.
A nice healing touch.
So that's 5 hit points back to you, Melusine.
Thank you.
No one knows.
I'm gonna sniff around, try and find something interesting.
Okay, Bard. Roll me an investigate check. This one with advantage because it is scent-based.
Alrighty then. How about a... that would be a 17.
Okay, Bard. One of the first things you notice is this persistent scratch, scratch, rumble, rumble sound. It's kind of irregular, which leads you to believe that it's something that's alive. It seems to be coming from the very top of the pyramid. It's like a sound.
That's not a scent base.
No, it's
All right.
scent-based. But the thing that is scent-based is that all around the pyramid, just pouring off the pyramid, is the scent of bones, fermented bones, cleaned bones, polished bones, bones that have been buried for maybe thousands and thousands of years, and no one has touched them. It's an entire mountain of bones.
Do we just see Bard start salivating?
You said fermented bones, like bone wine, right?
They've been fermented.
Vintage
Yep.
The vintage
Just-
Bonesh.
Glass of Bonesh. All right, I am going to try not to slip over my slobber as I go sniffing with purpose up the pyramid.
Okay. So Bard heads on up the pyramid. Everything else about the room seems to be the way that you remember it. The greenish light emanates from the very top of the pyramid, sort of blasting up and around the room and illuminating back from the reflecting back from the ceiling. You do see off to your right, Bard, as you head on up the pyramid. As you head on up the pyramid, on your right, you can see that there is an altar in front of the statue of Anubis.
All right, so this big dog, how's he looking? Is he kind of got that alpha thing going, or is he like I don't know. Where is this dog on the ranking of
Alpha Beta.
alpha, beta, omega?
Omega.
You've never seen a dog this immaculately shaved. You've never seen a dog with this bearing to it that the statue of Anubis has as it stares directly at the summit of the pyramid. And as you reach the top of the summit, you can see that there are twin braziers up here on the pyramid.
All right. All right. It's
Bard now wants to be shaved.
Okay.
I made my DM disappear.
Power checks up holding now.
I was like, what happened? What happened? What happened to the braziers I put down there? And it's because I didn't put them down there. All right. So,
Yeah. What are you doing?
on either side of the pyramid, on either side of the top of the pyramid, you can see that there are twin braziers, each of them glowing a brilliant green. The body of a young woman, long rotted, lies on the ground between the two of them. As you reach the top of the pyramid, you can look down and at the base of the statue that has the head of a bird, an ibis, which you would recognize. You're from this area. That statue also has an altar underneath it.
Do I see anything of interest on the altar, or are they just bare altars?
They are bare altars.
All right. Is there any way I can like change these flame colors? I'm not digging green. Can I press digitation them purple? Little mantle of inspiration them.
Before you approach, as you're contemplating this, you realize that the ground underneath the body of the young woman is shaking a little bit. The twin plates set into the center of the pyramid's floor are vibrating as if something is trying to come up from underneath them. And you can hear the scratch repeated again from underneath that plate, less than 5 feet away from you.
Oh. Does it seem like some bone men are under there?
It definitely smells very strongly of bone. The entire area that you're in smells very,
So the
very
only thing
strongly of
that's
bone.
keeping this hatch down is this body, this dead body?
Looks that way.
Well then. That dog hasn't moved, has he?
The large statue? No, it has not moved.
I'm gonna go glance at him, make sure he's not making a move. And I'm gonna just take my teeth. Does this thing still have clothes on it, or is it just a pile of bones?
It's a pile of bones wrapped in long. I'm getting some feedback. I think it's from Mel. So it is the body of a young woman, and she's wrapped in the clothes that she was wearing that have long since rotted and decayed to where they're little more than rags. So you can tell they were adventurers' garbs at one time.
I just want to take one of her bones.
Okay. She's still covered in a thin layer of long desiccated skin, so it'll take a little while to wrench that free. That you might move the body in doing so, but would you like to try to rip an arm free, or?
I would like to take a femur, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Bard. Roll me and sleight of hand. I'm thinking.
Sleight of paw?
Yes.
One moment, please. Let me
Sleight-
consult my
Sleight of
stats.
jaw.
Sleight of jaw. Ooh.
Whoa. What does that imply?
The DM he is on his game tonight. All right. Sleight of jaw.
Sounds like a D&D sex move.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I live in the
That's
gutter.
the title of the episode.
We know, but
16 jaw power.
okay. You successfully break the femur out of the thigh bone.
It's not easy to do.
Yep. You just break. I meant out of the hip. You successfully unlock the femur, wriggle it free from the leg, scattering the remaining leg and foot behind you. And as you do, you see the body kind of like flop back where it was, and you realize that it hasn't moved off of the space.
Oh,
And after
all
a
right,
moment,
I'm going to-
after a moment, the plate underneath it vibrates a little bit more.
Can I, as I'm leaving, can I turn the colors purple?
They do. They illuminate purple, and after a moment, they fade back to the green.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go off the pyramid.
Okay. So, Eve, what are you doing?
Stick. Get here.
It's the talking stick. All right.
It's the talking stick.
I'm still trying to figure out what Anubis meant by finish it.
Would you like to roll an insight check?
Yes.
What's your insight score?
Right. -1.
Ooh, okay. Eve, as you think about it, and as you take into account the design of this room, you're fairly certain that this room was built as a religious building of sorts. This might even be a temple to Anubis. And the strong presence of Anubis at the casting of your consecration spell leads you to believe that this you reconsecrating this room for him has drawn a very strong awareness of Anubis to this place, which is why you got like that strong connection with him. It's basically like a free god call. When you look around the room, you see that there is an altar in front of Anubis, and you realize that this place, as a temple, would have been used to make sacrifices to the gods.
Okay. Interesting. I'll take a look at the altar.
Okay, so as you approach over to the side, now you can see that there's another altar. 2 altars in this room.
There's an altar in it.
Shh, you don't have to stick. I don't have to stick.
So, as you walk over towards the altar in front of Anubis, you can now see that there's another altar, one in front of the statue of Thoth.
Wait, sorry. Do what? I'm getting distracted.
There's an altar to the statue of Thoth.
So in this room, there are 2 altars. One in front of Anubis, one in front of Thoth. You're fairly certain the room that you're in is a temple.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the 2 priestly-looking undead are just standing idle.
I want to go take a look at them.
They stand somewhat idly. They're not. When I say somewhat idly, they're not frozen in place. They're almost mimicking regular movements as they stand there. One of them has it has his obsidian blade leaned on the floor, and he's almost looking around his surroundings as if he isn't even aware of you. Roll me a perception check, Eve.
Another bad one.
Did everyone hear Anubis, or just Eve hear Anubis when he said finishes?
No, you all heard Anubis.
Oh. I thought that was just Eve.
I got a 13.
From the top of the pyramid, Eve, you hear a rattle and a scratching sound coming from the summit. And you can see Bard is now walking down from the tower, down from the pyramid, and the pyramid glows briefly purple. The entire room glows purple, but then it goes back to the green.
Bard, was there anything happening on top of that pyramid? I'm gonna go to the top of the pyramid.
I go.
Okay, so Eve, you reach the top of the pyramid. As you arrive, you see the body of the young elven woman, long dead. She seems to be missing one of her legs.
Which I obviously saw in his mouth.
Yes. You can hear a munching sound coming further down the pyramid. The body is on top of some kind of plate set into the very center of this pyramid. And as you watch, that plate shakes with a little bit of pressure underneath it. It's almost as if something is trying to move the body from off of the plate.
All right, I'm going to yell to the rest of the party, hey, something is moving up here. Something inside the pyramid.
As you do that, the plate stops moving for a moment. And you hear a tap, 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 tap.
Orin's gonna run up there.
You don't have
All
to stay. I was trying to stay.
I told him no.
All right.
I'm gonna tap back.
As you do.
Agent.
Eve's up here too, and Bard headed down here.
Look at him trying to show off his watch.
So,
Gary's gonna go towards the altar of Anubis.
Malcolm and the dwarves are going to hang out near the door. Malcolm's fiddling with his contraption. It's like he's got his arm halfway stuffed down this metal pipe. You think he might have his fingers stuck in it. Orin, as you arrive at the top of the pyramid, you can hear distinctly from the plate, and Eve, you hear it too, a tapping. However you tapped, Eve, that tap is repeated from underneath the plate. It's mimicked.
I want to see what's inside.
You don't have the stick.
I want to see what's inside.
Oh my God, people. You can see the body of the elven woman. She hasn't been disturbed, and she still has her pack underneath her. There's also something. There's also underneath something under her hip that her body is lying on top of.
I want to examine the body and the contents.
Okay.
Jackpot.
As you examine the body of Nereus, which you recognize vaguely from the face, which is stretched over her skin, you find a small satchel on her body, which contains a journal. And underneath her body, you find a very finely preserved, in excellent condition, ancient elven scroll, written in the Riverland hieroglyphics.
I want to read it, but not out loud.
Okay, which one do you want to read first?
The scroll.
Okay. As you unravel the scroll, you recognize a name on the scroll. The name of Usherneck. Ushernek. They're the hieroglyphics on this scroll. The hieroglyphs on this scroll tell of the great priest Ushernehek, mighty in magic and wisdom. Whosoever shall find these scrolls and follow the map shall receive great reward in the tomb of the guardian.
And is there a map on it?
There's no map here.
I will open the journal.
Okay. This journal contains a small, a series of tomb diver notations. Must have been collected over many, many years. It looks as though Nearest was a tomb robber. Her journal contains a number of entries about her exploits and adventures, near misses, and it also, near the end, notes that she found a series. She found a couple scrolls and a map to a place called the Tomb of the Guardian. She's quite taken with the learnings of this priest of Ushernek, and she plans on following the map to the Tomb of the Guardian to seek the treasure that the scroll promises her is buried within. So the Neros' journal is a magical item. If you read this journal a number of times, you can gain a feat from reading out of it. I'll send you the rules for it here, but you can read the book, and you can make up to 3 checks, gaining a feat of your choice on a success. We'll take a sleight of hand check, and it is quite high, so you'll need to let me know when you want to make that check. But you can only ever attempt it 3 times, and you can only ever gain 1 feat.
Okay.
Can multiple people read it? Gain
Yep.
1 feat?
Yep. You'll need to be good with your hands, but yes. This is something that someone who has a skill with sleight of hand could benefit
So
from.
it's three total tries.
Yep.
From 3 separate people.
No.
Could get
Each person can try 3 times. If you've read the book 3 times and you haven't learned anything, you've extracted all the knowledge you can from the book.
nice, so you can pass the book on. Okay.
Okay. So all I found was that scroll, her satchel. Is there anything in the satchel?
Oh, yes. And there's the inside her satchel is another 2 golden idols.
Okay. So no map, no second scroll to go along with it. How do her hands look? Do they look burned?
Her left hand is very badly burned. But the robes look burned going up on her left arm as well. Must have been a very fierce fire.
Fierce. The talking stick.
Okay.
As you're like examining the body and as you're taking things out of here, the floor underneath her taps again.
Who's there?
As you listen at the stone, you can hear a raspy voice saying, "Help! Help!"
Hmm?
It's just moaning.
Sorry?
It's just moaning. Oh,
Nope. You hear a cry for help, an elderly cry for help.
Gary?
right. Well, since Thorn is up there with me, I'm going to have my daggers at the ready, but I'm going to go ahead and lift the plate.
Okay. As you try to lift the plate and you apply a little bit of force, the body of Nearest rolls off of the plate, and you're easily able to lift the plate. And as you do, the plate folds apart into a two-way door, and you see a small platform rise in front of you. And out of that platform is a very elderly figure. His skin stretched across his bones so tightly, it looks like he shouldn't even be alive. His green eyes glow out at you from sockets. He actually has eyeballs there. They're just very, very sunken eyes. And he has this stoop. He goes, "Ah! Thank you. I have been buried for so long. I did not think I would ever be free of my trap, my prison. Who are you that I owe my gratitude to?"
My name's Eve.
Eve,
What's yours?
I am Ushanek, priest of Anubis, the high priest of the tomb of the Guardian.
Sorry, distraction. Move.
And you come here. You have come, yes, seeking knowledge or treasure.
To me, knowledge is treasure.
Ah, wise you are to answer as you have. Yes. And who is this? A dragonborn. He looks down at your hand, Orn, because you're still. So, Orn, where is the orb on you?
Probably in my satchel.
Okay. As he
I don't
looks,
have that.
okay, as he looks at you, you can see his eyes go wide. He goes, "Who are you, Dragonborn?"
My name is Orn.
Your name?
Oh, you-
Ah. Do you serve the Pharaoh?
Depends.
Yes. Yes, it does depend. Well, why did you come to the Guardian's tomb?
Well, the honest answer is treasure.
Treasure? Oh, yes. Where?
Well, being Dragonborn and all.
Ah, well, I thank you, Dragonborn, and stranger to our lands. I thank you and your group of soldiers. The Pharaoh was wise to send you. I knew he would not forget me and my service in this place. And so
Sorry, how long have you been here?
I have lost track of the years, the ages. I was not meant to be here. I did not mean to. It was a mistake, a misunderstanding, and I knew in time my plans would come, and all would be well. The Pharaoh would not forget my faithful service. No. But now you are here. You wish a reward, yes? Oh, well.
May I ask who the Pharaoh is?
Who the Pharaoh is?
How do you know him by? What do you know him by?
Yes.
My Pharaoh was Kemet, but he is certainly long dead. Who is Pharaoh now?
Is this something I would know?
There is no Pharaoh now.
There's no.
Oh, I'm the Pharaoh.
You're not even
No one went. Ignore the orc.
It's me.
As far as we know, there's no pharaoh.
Wow. No, Pharaoh. Oh. Wow.
Melusine, do you know?
No, we don't do pharaohs.
Well, you might not.
There must be some misunderstanding then. How did you come to find this place?
Sheer luck. We found it in the desert.
You
Sure,
might
we'll call it
understand
that.
hungry.
Oh. I see. I see. So you are not soldiers of the Pharaoh then?
But that doesn't mean that our rescue of you is any less important or
No.
useful for you.
No, it
We're
does
trying
not.
to solve the mystery of the water drought.
The water drought?
Oh, you're old. Yeah, you're real old.
Yes, the world has changed.
Well, I shall have to pray on this. Now that my conduit to Lord Anubis has been restored, this place is now reconsecrated, and my powers return to me. In time I will regain my knowledge. But I do not forget those who have done fair deeds for me, even if they did so with mixed cause. And he turns and he kicks the body of Nereus off the top of the summit. You have rid
Over
me.
towards me.
What? He kicks
Is it in my direction?
No, he kicks it down the back of the pyramid towards the statue of Thoth.
I'm going to take off after all that.
Barking like Brian.
Yes. Well, did you bring any slaves with you?
They all died.
Unfortunate. I would let you out of this tomb, but the rite has been begun, and now I must fulfill my task as priest. Two bodies, must be interred here. 2 in, 2 out. You see? That is the rule of this place. The doors are sealed now. So, do not happen.
Is there no other way, since you are all powerful and kind of masterful of this temple now? Couldn't you just let us out?
I would, but the rite has been begun. Roll a persuasion check, Orin.
You boy, you boy. $14.
I suppose there is another way. My power returns to me. Yes, there is another way, provided by that one who snuck in here, attempting to steal, attempting to fill the vault with treasure, worthless treasure.
Yeah. Horrible.
She did not value wisdom as you do, young strange creature. She valued gold, and nothing else.
Despicable.
Yes, quite. Well, if you have no slaves, then I must take a portion of each of you. This will
Like
allow me to fulfill the ritual.
like a hair follicle?
Part of your
Great,
soul.
you can have my hemorrhoids. Come on. I've been trying to get rid of these for months.
Orange
You're
goes
just
up.
gonna start walking up the stairs too now.
An orc? An orc? I've
Yes,
heard of these creatures.
Our party is very diverse.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are great and strong, but this one is old.
Can we tell by looking at him what kind of creature he is?
He's an elf.
Okay.
Very
Yeah,
elderly
there's no
elf.
elf watch.
I guess I'll walk up there too.
An elf who doesn't look like he should still be alive.
Wait, he's alive? He's not a ghost?
Oh, he's not a ghost.
Is that
Whoa, shit.
He's skin stretched over bones that don't look like they should still be holding him upright. His very ornate robes and garb mark him as a higher standing priest than the two priests that are down there. Down in the room, the ones you encountered earlier. He looks like them, but a fancier version. Yes.
So not a level 10, but a level 15.
So, are you all in agreement? You will share with me part of yourselves, and I will perform the rite, and you may leave. But with my gratitude.
No, we're just
Part
like,
of us.
Is this what Anubis meant by finish it?
Yes, he must have meant to finish the rite that you had begun. Did you speak words in the other room in the mortuary temple?
Yes, there was a. Gary here did a consecration spell in the mortuary, but not to Anubis or Thoth.
But how did you open the door then?
Read a scroll. Yeah, we had a spare scroll from Anubis.
Use the scroll to open the door.
Oh yeah,
You read the invocation of Anubis.
The
This-
invocation of Ahotep.
Anubis.
That's not the one you read. Yeah, you read the invocation of Anubis.
Right, our buddy died. He died at the door. What the shit?
Are you lying to
This
him?
is your fault.
So you're
Right, yeah.
you're saying you read the invocation of Atnutep, right?
I wrote down Ahotep.
Ahotep.
Damn.
Ahotep.
So I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're trying to do here,
Is
Gary.
he the pelican? Yeah, I'm telling him one of our friends died out front reading the wrong one.
Okay. Oh, you must have read from the scroll of Atnutep. This was what we would read over the scroll over the slaves in order to pass through the temple freely. Reading this would have left the door open behind you.
Well, it didn't work.
He looks down the pyramid. No, the door is closed. The rite has begun. The room permeates with the power of Anubis. 2 in, 2 out. This is the way. There must be a sacrifice. Who will make it?
And 2 of us in.
you.
Yes, well, how about you do it? Well, how did you get trapped down there?
Why? Oh,
What happened to you? If you're,
I mean, no,
you're the
you-
high priest of here, how did you get put in there?
so-
exactly. Shouldn't this be the
Some
ultimate
simple
gift?
treasure diver trapped you.
No. She was to free me. She was my rescuer. But she was a fool. She read the scroll poorly. She misspoke it, and in so doing, she doomed herself. In time, she went mad. She wandered the halls here, speaking gibberish and half-truths. She gathered a hoard of treasure, made a deal with jackal folk, none of which was what I had intended. I was to be free. My power was to return to me. I was to serve Lord Anubis, of course. That was my motivation, was to serve Lord Anubis. Nearest, that young fool. She failed me. But
Question.
Ooh.
The other priests that kind of look like him, remind me, what was our encounter with them?
The other two priests?
Yeah, that you said that it looked like him, but kind of like a lower level of him.
The two guys who are down near the base of the pyramid? The two guys that were fighting with Nearus? I mean, they were fighting, Nearus summoned them?
Right. That's what I was trying to get at.
Zombies?
Sir, do you mind if because we're such a diverse group, and there is no emperor, there's not one person in charge of our group, so we like to discuss our next actions. And it's not easy to ask somebody to leave something behind themselves. So do you mind if we step aside?
Of course, I understand. You require time. This is a serious decision. For whether you sacrifice your lives or a portion of your lives, it bears sacrifice. Think of this. Think of the importance of this. Take it from one who has been trapped here for some time, who do not wish to remain here very long.
Quick question. I do have a question for you. What's your plan now that you're free?
I will, of course, serve Lord Anubis. He turns towards the statue of Thoth, turns towards the statue of Anubis. Anubis, of course. I shall, of course, serve Lord Anubis in any capacity which he requires. I exist to serve my master.
Right. And how long have you been serving Anubis?
All my life.
And he allowed this to happen to you?
Why is there a thing of Lord Falthen here?
Lords work in many ways, Dragonborn. Your emperor, he does not always seem fair, but he is still the emperor.
Yeah, I would be careful talking ill of Emperor insert long freaking name, because I know there is one.
Indeed. Oh, do you want the full name? I've got it right here.
You're going to do it anyway, so sure. And as far as what you said, that we could sacrifice a part of our life, how does that work?
I can do it with only a portion. So many of you have you brought. I can take but a portion of your lives.
So you're saying it's going to cost us an arm and a leg?
No, not this.
Our years.
Oh, years of life. Sounds like we're making a pact with...
We do have extra dwarves with us. Just remember.
I can't volunteer my life. I barely have any years left.
Yeah, we could sacrifice Gary. It's like tomorrow.
No, not me. Not me. I said not me. So I said no.
Bernard and Malcolm?
Why don't we pick those two guys that Nearus summoned?
How about we talk real quick?
Sacrifice them two.
Yeah, let's kind of gather, circle away from him so we can have a little bit of a private conversation.
Okay. While you do, you see that he steps over to the twin braziers and he places his hands in the braziers and begins to chant to himself. And as he does, the twin priests on the other side of the room almost shudder and turn and look at him, and they become way more animated. They're moving like they're almost living again.
We need to kill
the two of them, shoulder their obsidian blades and begin to step up the pyramid towards him.
So
no, he definitely needs to die.
I want to go to the altar of Anubis.
Okay. Gary, you just came from there. So you're at the altar. You are at the altar of Anubis.
And I'd like to make a god call to Anubis.
Ooh, okay.
Can I assist her in this?
You're going to have advantage. Go ahead and roll your 2 god calls and take the highest.
Do you have the dice with it?
I have one set. Hold on, let me just roll mine first.
Boop, ba-doop, boop, boo.
That's a 57.
Okay. 7s are close to 1s in shape.
That's all right. So one was a 57?
So 57 is the highest.
Okay. Yep, that is high enough because you have definitely gotten Anubis's attention, and
He's kind of already on.
as you
Speak.
as you begin your prayer to Anubis, it is but a moment before you feel an open conduit to him. The presence before you is a dark hall filled with the bones of the dead. They litter a field in miles in every direction. Black jackals leap and chew on bones here and there. And the mighty god Anubis, towering 10 feet in the air ahead of you, before you, his body covered in golden armor, stands with a bundle of bones in his hand as he tosses the bones for running jackals as they lope after them. And he turns his presence on you. Yes. Yes, child.
I'm gonna kneel before him, and be like, Lord Anubis, I know you said to finish it. We have found someone that claims to be a priest of yours. Insert name, I'm sorry.
Ushernek.
Ushnik.
Who's your neck?
Who's your name?
Ushernek.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we trust him?
Ushernek is and was a priest of mine. A priest of Anubis. He is a greedy man, a greedy elf. He has always been a greedy elf. He has always sought power and immortality for himself. But he can be trusted if you make a fair deal with him.
Right now, he is asking for us to either give the lives of 2 or a portion of our years to escape from here. Are those the only options we have?
The rite has been begun. My tomb, my temple, requires a sacrifice. 2 souls for the bodies that will be taken from the temple. If you
So
wish,
this is what needs to be finished.
if you wish to depart without sacrifice, I suggest you accept his bargain.
Gary's gonna go God call at the Lord Foss altar.
Sacrifice on later years.
Yes.
That's the
Portion of our
bargain.
year.
We're making a pact with the Crossroads Demon.
Usher has been dead for a long time, but his soul resists this. He constructed the pyramid to prevent his own death. Be wary of his machinations.
So he's a necromancer?
Yes, this is the word you would use.
Lovely.
I guess we can't hear any of this, right?
No, because I'm away from you. I'm at his altar.
Fulfill the rite, child. Completely restore my temple to me, and my boon will not soon depart from you. He turns and begins to walk off towards the horizon, tossing bones on towards the horizon with preternatural strength. You watch as the jackals lope off after them, and the vision ends. Gary, as you pray at the altar of Thoth, it's time for a god call, sir.
Does my riddles scroll help me here?
Yes, it does. Go ahead and roll your god call with advantage.
Scroll?
Yep.
How do I say roll?
Just roll it twice, take that.
Yep, roll 2d100 and choose the highest.
Do I roll like a d10 too?
It's you're gonna want
about a 60.
You roll 2d10.
Yep, you roll a d10 and another d10. Whoop, this one. Yep. So you're the one that
I got a 60. Oh, a d10, my bad.
Yeah, it's the one with the 2 numbers, like the 0, 5, and all that, and then the one.
Is a 0 considered a 10 or a 1?
The double zeros,
That's a.
It's just 0. Unless you roll 0, 0, 0, then it's 100.
Yeah, if you roll all zeros, it's 100, Anything else, it's considered a 0.
0 plus that other number.
So a D10, if you roll a 0 on it, it's a 0, not a 10.
Yes.
Yeah, you have one that is.
No, this one it is.
Yeah, that
considered
one's a 10.
So the one with the single 0.
Yeah, I got a single 0.
That
Rolled a
is
single 0 on the 10 one.
Yeah, what'd you get on the other one?
A 60.
Then you got a
And
6.
then I also rolled a 7. So did I get
So
either a 70 or a 67?
67 or 60.
So did you roll
My
your
lowest
did you
would be
roll-
67.
Did you
My
roll both?
lowest roll is 67.
Did you roll both of them twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
My
got
highest low possible roll would be 67.
Unfortunately,
So I rolled a 60 as my high one, and then a 7 or a 0 as my other one.
unfortunately, the presence of Thoth does not come to you, Gary.
Oh.
Cool.
You do look at the altar, and you can see that it is stained with a variety of layers of tissue and liquid. So
Ew.
possibly
Did
a
it look
sacrifice
more-
should be
did
made
it look
here.
more used than the other altar I visited?
Nope. What? Wait. You mean the one in front of
I went
Anubis?
to Anubis first.
They're
and
roughly
I
the
went
same
over to
amount of
Thoth.
wear. Roughly the same amount of wear. These definitely look as though sacrifices have been made upon them.
Okay.
Okay, so Melusine, what are you doing?
Well, I had moved off kind of away from them. I want to check on Bernard and make sure he is not seen by this priest, since this guy seems to like to kill slaves. I'm going to tell him, like, put your hair over your ears.
Okay,
I'm not making any kind of god call, though.
all right. I forget if Benab was injured or not, but he's going to get healed back up by Thoric if he was.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure he was.
So can I drag that pile of bones over to Anubis? That's how I was planning on assisting Eve, was to take a pile of bones over to the dog.
The pile that was near us?
Yes.
Okay. You get the scraggly bag of bones of that was nearest to the altar of Anubis. And do you want to like put it up on top of the altar?
Yeah, I'm gonna drag it up there.
If he's next to me, I'll help him put them up there.
You successfully put the pile of bones that was nearest on top of the altar to Anubis. What do you want to do, Bard?
I smell around. Does it smell like piss here?
Does it smell like piss? It does not. In fact, it definitely does not smell like piss here. No dog has recently claimed this altar.
Oh,
It should be mine.
Oh no! Bard, this is a sacred.
Okay,
statue.
so do you piss on the altar?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something kicks you between the legs. Some insane force that sends you flying across the room towards the pyramid. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from an unseen force. And do you think it'll take a minute for your boys to get back to where they should be?
Do we hear a yelp?
Yes, I'm going to say you definitely heard a yelp.
And I'm going to stand before Anubis and apologize on his behalf.
I'm going to laugh very loudly.
I guess we can't say that animals were not harmed in the making of this video.
But that territory is mine now, right? It's been sprayed.
As you watch the water droplet, the urine droplets sort of individually get flicked off of the side of the altar.
All right.
Anubis claims his own.
Yeah.
You see a massive waterfall of piss on it.
It's my altar. Eve is just like, ah!
No, I would not be getting drenched.
Orin, what are you doing?
Not getting a goal in the shower, that's for sure.
I'm not getting into the shower. Get the shower.
The game went in a different direction.
Study shower.
I'm gonna try to talk to the group and say that we need to kill this mofo.
I agree.
name of this episode? Yellow Shower.
Golden shower.
Golden
God.
Shower. Yeah.
So many,
Well,
so
We've
many
done
good
good names
choices.
already.
Yeah, I know.
So are we as a group gathered together now?
Yep. I'll say you guys are all down near Anubis's altar. Brain.
All right. So
Meanwhile,
I don't trust this person.
we can't kill him.
Why?
Because I spoke with Anubis personally. He says that even though this is a greedy elf who likes to seek power, he is trustworthy. We just have to be mindful of deals that we make with him. He is a necromancer.
Fine, the deal that we make with him is that we will finally let him die because it looks like his body tried to like 50 years ago.
He
So we'll
is
just
our
put him out
only
straight.
way out. There's no other way. We either sacrifice 2 of our own or make this deal with him and give him a few of our years.
If you don't want to give him both
Oh,
dwarves, give him the dog and one of the dwarves then.
Rar?
Not much of a sacrifice if it's not one of us, right?
It's just a sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't think it's just 2 options here. I think we have a third option, and that's to fight our way out of here. Why do we need to sacrifice our life to a thing that we don't? Just because this god Anubis said that we should. I mean, it's his temple. Obviously, he's going to benefit from it. That
Have
doesn't
we
mean
sacrificed the other 2 priests?
There's no way out other
but
than
that's what they're telling you. That's the information that they're giving us. How do we know that that's true? If I was a
Because
banker
it's
and I had
magic
said
to
that,
get
the only
in.
way that you can get this is to get this money.
it took magic to get in here. It's going to take magic to get out.
I've fought my way out of many situations that were not meant to be fought out of.
Well, I'm passing on what the god himself told me.
I think we should. I vote to fight to kill him.
Gary, you prayed at the statue of at the altar of Thoth, but didn't get a response. What do you want to do now?
So I see some dude up there with his hands like spread towards the altars of flames. And
He has his
stuff.
hands in the flames.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk up there and
I just
push
told
him.
you it's a necromancer.
You're gonna do what?
Gary's
Gary?
bad.
I think.
I'm going to push him from behind.
Oh my God, Gary! Why are you doing
What are you doing?
Trying to pick a fate.
So
What are you?
there are the two priests that were fighting you just minutes before are now standing. They're now flanking him, not on the level that he's on, but just below him. They seem to be in some kind of incantation. So do you want to walk up there and?
Yeah, I don't want to like maybe aggressively push him. I want to interrupt him from like. I want to make it so his hands are not channeling in this fire or flame right now. I want to stop whatever he's channeling.
So as you walk up there, he's sort of,
Maybe not in an aggressive way. I want to like do it in a casual asking what he's doing way, but
This-
like I want to make sure I stop what he's doing.
his hands in either brazier. You can see that his cowl is sort of lowered, so you can't see his face. And as you step up towards him, he raises his hands out of the flames, and with a motion towards towards either of the priests, they cease their incantation together, almost like a chorus together that comes to a close. And as he raises his cowl, you see his eyes glow a brilliant green as that greenish light begins to fade and fade and fade back to just like a regular glow. He goes, "Yes, Orc. Why do you disturb?
What exactly are you doing?
I am the High Priest of Anubis. I serve this temple of my lord Anubis. I am performing an incantation that is in praise to Lord Anubis."
Oh, what kind of incantation? It seems like you're channeling some sort of force or energy from
Yes,
maybe the dead or something right now.
my lord Anubis is a god of the dead. Orc. is Lord of Death. My power that I draw from him comes from the souls of the dead. Would you like to see what power this is?
Well, you know, I can dabble a little bit.
Yes. Dabble.
Well,
Come.
a little dabble.
Come dabble with me. He reaches out.
Well, hold on now. My hips are bad.
He reaches out and puts his hands on either side of your head. And
You're dead.
As you see, his bones are sort of pressing against the thin membranes that is his skin. And as he presses his hands to either side of your large face, you feel an incredible amount of energy tingling within his skin as it makes contact with you. And suddenly, the world goes black. You guys see Gary crumble to the floor.
Oh!
It's aged to your death, which was like 3 days from now.
Dark Eye is just loping up the steps towards him, and as you watch, as all of you watch, Dark Eye almost reaches the top, where the priest raises his hands. He goes, "Do not interrupt him. Do not. He will rise as more than what he was. Come, orc, rise now."
Gary, you're undead now.
Gary, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Your new name is Shambles. There's only a few people here that were
Expired dairy.
13.
13.
Trying to sell soda.
Clutch. All right, Gary.
Is that what I needed?
All right, all of you watch as Gary almost floats back up into the air. Gary, you no longer have a Constitution score at all. It is completely removed and invalid for you. You can just put a dash mark on there for it. All of you watch as Gary's eyes glow a brilliant green. Gary, you don't feel any back pain anymore at all.
Oh my god.
Does he feel any emotions towards the Cyclops?
You feel the same way that you did before, except that your back isn't bothering you at all.
He's probably going to be more of a stallion for her now.
As you look at your fingers, you can see that the blood is sort of congealing inside your arms. It doesn't feel as though you've got a pulse anymore.
You're a vampire.
Yes. Power. Power, isn't it? Walk. Do you feel the power?
He's going to want something.
Power of death coursing through you. This is the power that my Lord Anubis grants us, the mortuary priests. And now, for your freeing me, I grant it to you. Now you see why I serve Lord Anubis as I do. Truly, the great Lord of Death.
We need to kill this mofo.
Now, go.
I pull out my sword.
You pull out your sword? All right.
Well, you let us out now.
This is where we're going to pause for our break. We'll be back at 8:45. Orn draws his sword. Gary removes his Constitution score.
Dang it.
I don't even know what that means.
I saw Gary collapse on the ground.
That means you have a
No, I'm
negative
just saying, I'm
5
not talking about that.
modifier, right? Right, Andy? Negative
I
5.
think so.
Worry about Constitution at all.
Dead people don't worry
Do I
about
put it at
Yeah,
0, or do I just act like it's not there?
You cannot pass or fail Constitution saves anymore. They just don't affect you anymore.
That attribute.
Okay. Does my health change? What do I do?
Your
I
hit,
guess I don't have
your
health.
hit points do not change. However, you don't really feel like you've got a pulse anymore.
Oh.
Now, what about his hit points?
And on that note, we're going to break, and we'll be back at 8:45.
We're back.
We are indeed back, ladies and gentlemen. So,
I unsheathed myself, my sword.
as you do, Gary, you're standing at the top of the pyramid, and Ushernik turns down and he looks down at Orn and goes, Dragonborn? Why do you draw your blade here?
You attacked my friend.
Attacked? No. I have given him the power of Anubis. He no longer feels tired. He can no longer be poisoned. Your friend, your aged orc friend, who, in all probability, has not much longer to live. Yes.
Well, you've already killed him, it looks like, so
No,
there's not much longer for him to live.
by the power of Anubis, he shall no longer grow tired.
I'm gonna put my hand on his forehead. Does he feel warm at all?
So you're gonna go up there?
Yeah, because I was charging up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sword's still out, not at the ready, but it's out.
Gary feels not as warm as he probably did a minute ago. It's a little warm.
Is my mind still black?
No, you can still see.
Okay.
Yep. Gary's eyes do glow green, though.
And something about this is very unnatural.
Oh,
Kill them both.
Isn't Anubis the god of
what did
death?
you say, elf? What did the elf say?
Well, she has a bad habit of talking a lot. Just tell her to shut up.
Look, they're both ancient. It's not going to be hard.
He puts his hands back in the flames on the braziers. I am the high priest of Anubis. I am empowered here. This temple of Anubis. I will grant you a reward in the name of Anubis. If
Let
you
us
wish it.
leave.
Let you leave.
That's the reward we want, so leave.
Oh, but I can grant you so much more, child. So much more.
Great. Can we leave?
Have you chosen, then, a portion of yourselves, or 2 souls? 2 in, 2 out.
I'm gonna fly up in front of him.
Oh,
Oh, I think I gave a portion of myself already.
High priest, take some of my years.
some of your years.
That's 2. Perfect.
I take a portion of your soul. Young flying creature.
I'm a succubus.
Young devil. Oh. Ah.
Weird to me.
Hard.
We haven't been hiding it since Andy spilled it.
It has been so long. So long. Oh.
Hmm.
Perhaps you would like to study with me after the doors are opened. I can make it worth your while. Should you roll a persuasion check?
A hot study session. Nice.
What does he mean by studies? If he's talking about other means,
You're a succubus. It's kind of what you do.
Oh, he knows what he means.
well, I do. I don't get seduced by them.
I don't think Eve has any doubts about what this guy who's been locked underground for thousands of years means.
So he's willing to risk his life. Well, he's a necromancer. I guess it doesn't matter to him.
Sure he is. Horcruxes somewhere.
Your friend!
Oh.
Listen to the devil. Soldiers. Grave robbers. Whatever you call yourselves. Listen to your friend. She is brave. She gives a portion of her soul that I may open these doors. Do you all agree to this?
Well, what if you guys just have a little funny time and then you open the door instead?
You're being.
Are you trying to pimp me out, Gary?
Why? I thought that's what he was talking about.
Ah!
I thought you already agreed.
We do not condone prostitution.
Just have your fun with her, and then let us out.
Orn, you're up there with your blade out. Gary, you're there. You're up there too. Eve's flying over it. Bard, what are you and Mel doing?
I landed in front of him.
Oh yeah, what are you and Mel doing?
Man, I'm over here with my tail between my legs.
I'm sure that doesn't hurt.
Hurting.
We're recovering from the boas.
Yeah.
You just needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
There ain't gonna be no puppies no time soon.
Wait, Bart, are you over there with me?
What?
Are you over there with me?
I am on the side of the pyramid after being blasted by Anubis.
You got Rod.
You got kicked in the nuts.
Mel, where are you?
I'm not sure where I am.
You were with Benab last I heard.
Yeah, okay. So I should be down at the bottom of the pyramid because Bernard should be down there.
There you go. All right.
Thing went away. So I'm near a door, right?
Yep.
I want to try to open the door.
It does not give.
Does it make those other priest guys, does it bother them that I'm trying, or do they just not care? They don't care. Okay.
They do not seem threatening.
Do not.
What?
Donuts. Mm.
They do not seem threatening ever since Nearest died. I mean, unless standing up near at the top of the pyramid is threatening.
All right, I'm going to stay. I'm not going up there. I'm going to stay down here. I don't want to be near that. I want to be close enough where I can hear what's happening up there, but I'm not going up there with that old guy. He's creepy.
Of course, welcome to stay here. There is much knowledge we can extract from the souls that rest here. They are simple, but they serve. Perhaps in time we can dig our way out. But the walls are strong. The walls are deep. It will take time.
What happens to us? What happens to our soul? What does it mean by sacrificing our part of our soul?
I will take a portion of your soul with that energy, and through an arcane means, I will combine it in a way that the fabric of the tomb will perceive as though the rite has been fulfilled. Two souls receiving the embalming and the sanctification of Lord Anubis. And then...
Is that what you just did to me?
No, Orc. No, I spared you death, Orc. I granted you the power of Anubis.
Oh my god, he'll never die.
That didn't count.
Well, okay, so I don't count.
Your soul.
Giving my years in place of y'all giving years would count more.
That would take your life, young devil.
Hmm?
Do you offer your life in exchange for your party? I still require another soul. 2 in, 2 out. This is the way of this tomb.
Well, I thought you were saying a portion of years.
No.
One of my many years.
No, a portion of your soul.
Yeah.
Do I even have a soul?
Yes.
Sorry, it's one of the things I've been searching in answers for.
Well, you can find out right here whether or not the rule mechanic works that way. All right, so he's offering you guys this choice here. Are you guys ready to pick one, or do you want more time to think about it?
I'm more than willing to do it, to give half my soul.
It's not half, it's just a portion.
Whatever.
You guys are terrible lawyers.
Who?
Oh,
What a dark eye! What a
it's
dark
like
eye here!
The definition's all over the place.
The dark guy lost his soul,
Dark
I
eye.
believe, back in a tavern with you.
Dark Eye looks eager for anything that gets her out of this situation and offers her a chance to redeem herself by possibly dying.
Gary wants to ask Dark Eye if she would be willing to be brave enough. Will you be brave enough to be one? One of the two?
One of two.
Wait, no, not that one. The one of the where you give part of your soul, right? That part?
Yes. If it
Oh, right.
So I'm getting feedback from somebody. I'm not sure who. Is anyone else hearing that?
Mhm.
All right, maybe it's just me. So
Yeah, I was hearing it too, but it's all right.
I will.
Excuse me.
I see no way out, Elder. If we must share part of our soul to leave, then yes.
Well, since me and you are practically one, then we should count as one.
I do not think it works that way, honored Elder. Your eyes glow green.
Right, they itch a lot. I don't know what's been going on with that. It's
Your
weird.
s-
He
your-
touched my head and now I feel a lot weird. I feel different. More cold.
I don't know if you got what he said there, but you're immune to exhaustion and poison now.
Yeah, I wrote down poison. Okay, exhaustion. Okay.
So you're on constant watch forever.
All right.
Malcolm and the dwarves are down. Basically goes. So am I hearing this correct then? Did a portion of our souls and then we'd be out of here?
What other treasures can you offer us? Portion of our souls is a lot.
Treasures, yes. I know where the treasures are here.
This tomb. He suddenly has a seizure.
This tomb was not left undisturbed. Others have come. Another has broken into this tomb and has made it their own tomb. Yes, I can show you where those treasures are. I can show you where there is a kingly hoard. Is this
Yes,
what you
let's do
desire?
that one. That's perfect.
Good. Then are you all in agreement? A portion
I don't
of your
know.
souls, and I shall show you the way to this treasure beyond the doors.
And you only need
Because
two
I want
people,
to leave.
2 people to
No,
buy.
it's everyone.
everyone to sacrifice a portion of their soul.
Yeah.
Originally, you said some of their years. That's why I offered my years. You
I think-
didn't say souls.
You guys said a portion of their years. He said a portion of their soul. I don't think I said years. If I did, I didn't mean to.
It's not.
Why do you have to give us these hard freaking... Yeah, Orin's not going to give a portion of his...
I don't really want to give a portion of mine. I'd rather fight.
Yeah.
Fight.
But he's not an enemy.
If he's trying to save
Exactly.
his soul to get to let us out of here, that's pretty enemy to me.
So you
I'm
said
with-
it
I'm
too?
with- no, I don't want to sacrifice my soul. I'd rather just die here than sacrifice part of my soul.
Ah. You will volunteer your soul as a sacrifice for Lord
No.
Anubis.
Not at all. I wholeheartedly disagree with that statement.
What do you choose then, Dragonborn? The doors are sealed. We are all trapped in here. You broke in to rob, but there is no treasure here. Do you wish to leave here alive, or do you wish to wait while those of us for whom time is not an issue dig our way out slowly?
All right. I'm on really try and put the feminine wiles on right now. And approach him.
Blood is congealed, remember that.
It's congealing somewhere.
Eve's probably done far worse. And just be like, are you sure there's not another way? My party is very hesitant about giving away part of their souls. And none of us really want to die here.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use him as an example. Is there anything else we could do?
My tail.
I'm not using you, Orn.
Okay.
Just,
Eve, roll a persuasion check.
oh, frick. 16. Nothing, I guess.
There's another way. Yes,
Poison.
there's another way. I require 2 items of great magical power, or 2 gems of great power. Do you have these?
What are they?
Do you have items of magical power, or gems of great power, great wealth?
I have something with magical power.
So a voice from inside your head goes, I would not do that, my dear.
Why not?
I believe he means to dissolve the magical item. And that
Well,
would
can you
be-
get us out?
No, my dear, but I promise you, worth not sacrificing here.
Does anyone else have anything? Because I don't think I have anything magical other than a knife or something.
I still say kill the dwarves.
I'm going to pull out the orb of the guardian.
What of the
Is
golden idols?
all three of the priests, including shuttle back, the 2 lower priests fall to one knee. Usher Nehek bows.
Guardian, you return! You are here again! Ah! Oh!
Yes, I return.
Ah! Yes! Yes! I was so distraught when you fell before the assassins. Oh, I could not have foreseen. Ah, I did
Do you
everything
think
in my
mere
power.
assassins could take out the guardian? Are you
It's-
that foolish?
He bows low.
I am a foolish elf. I am not worthy. Ah, forgive me. What is your decree, great guardian?
Well, this was a test to see if you would do what was right, a test of your integrity. That's why I've not revealed myself until now.
Nice.
And I have to say that you have done poorly.
Yes, we are worms, lowly worms, before the might of the draconic peoples, and that all creatures who fly are higher and more mighty than us lowly elves. You walk among us again, guardian. Do you bring wisdom? Do you bring guidance? What is your decree?
My decree is that you find a way for us to get out of here.
I
You're smart.
I hold no secrets, guardian. They're 2 in, 2 out, just as was specified when your tomb was created. Do not recall, guardian.
Well, don't you have 2? Don't you have souls that you can use?
I require the priest for the incantation.
Is it in the Riverland language?
It is, yes. Friend,
Gary and I
Devil?
can help with that.
Yes, perhaps yes. Perhaps my priests have served long enough. Yes, guardian. In order to do what it is you require, I require the pyramid free of interference.
Now, you say that 2 in, 2 out, so this is only going to allow 2 of us out, right?
No, 2 souls in and 2 doors opening out.
Mm,
Okay. Just want to make sure we're clear.
Yes,
on that.
but Guardian, perhaps you should stand here, and your party should your soldiers, your faithful legion, yes, they should walk off the pyramid. I will use your orb to focus the power of Anubis and fulfill the incantation.
Why the orb?
It just we have no other artifacts of such power here in the tomb, Guardian.
And what would become of the orb?
Be unharmed. We will use it as a conduit. It is a...
But you know what will happen if anything happens to this orb.
Yes, Guardian, I know. We have witnessed the dragon fire many times, Guardian. This is acceptable, great Guardian. You guide our people again, so the Pharaoh yet lives? This was a lie. The Pharaoh yet lives. Yes.
As I said before, it was a test of your integrity.
Anubis be praised. Yes, I knew the Pharaoh would not forget me. Yes, good. Yes, well, if this is your command, then you should stand right here at the top of the pyramid, and all of your soldiers should walk down the pyramid as far away from the pyramid. Yes.
I'm going to turn around and guys,
What about the incantations?
step away from the temple. The thing.
Well, the incantations.
Huh?
You just said you need the incantations. 2 priests to do it.
What's your insight score?
Yeah, it's a -1.
He tells you that the 2 priests and him will handle the incantation.
Did Eve tell us that he was a greedy person?
Yes.
Yes.
I told about everything.
He's a greedy bastard. Don't give him the orb.
I'm not foolish. The orb.
Good.
He wouldn't even think twice about taking this orb, correct? Look at him, stone cold.
Guardian, I remember the cruelty which you inflicted upon the previous elves who attempted to seize the orb. I would never be so foolish.
Yes, and it's been thousands of years. The cruelty has only gotten worsened.
Yes.
Worse.
It's worsened or it's gotten worse.
I've sacrificed my vocabulary for my... All right, yeah. If you don't mind standing back as this humble servant.
Orn and Gary, you're up there too, right? Yeah, Gary's up there. Orn, what's your insight score? Gary, what's your insight score?
Insight. I have an 11.
So 0. It's a +0. Mine's a +1.
Oh no, I have a +1. Insight +1.
Well, oh yeah, sorry. 11 and 12 is +1.
Yep. What he's telling you seems plausible. I'd say, Orn, you're maybe a little bit worried about being up there by yourself, but it does seem plausible what he's telling you.
Well, stand back.
I'm going to keep my sword out.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to keep both hands on the orb?
I don't know.
No tricks. No tricks.
And I'll ask him, will this hurt?
So as the rest of your party step back around the room, he places his hands into the twin bracers beside him.
Hardly, Guardian.
He places his hands into the flames, And as he does, the greenish glow begins to grow brighter and brighter.
Tell me, Guardian, by what name did you call my pharaoh?
I put the orb away and I run away.
Okay, cool.
Have mercy.
Kemet? Pharaoh Kemet?
Alrighty, so Orn, around you, you hear the cracking and breaking of bones as they burst from the wall. A horde of skeletons break out of the pyramid on all sides.
He did too.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all just selfish.
No, he wasn't gonna let us go.
He what?
Selfish.
Even the god himself said he was trustworthy.
Oh, the god said it, so we gotta. You think a Dragonborn really cares? He's interested in learning about the gods, but he's not going to sit there and just sacrifice his soul because one said so.
Not your entire soul.
My soul is more precious than any treasure.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So, as they do, the two priests are going to round, and they are going to attempt to attack you, Orn, as they leap over the pyramid and up on either side of you. So,
I do get the thing in my satchel
the what?
quick enough, right?
The orb?
I do get in my satchel quick enough, right?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So the two priests.
Do we have any more consecration bombs?
I got the consecration scroll.
The two
we got
priests.
Thoric has one more.
Nice.
Jeez. Okay.
Thoric.
Orn.
The other
Will-
ones that would kill us if we were.
A 10 misses you cleanly. Does an 18 hit?
Storm Nukem.
18 does hit.
Okay, Orn, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as he brings the twin-handed obsidian blade down into you.
Oof. I want that blade.
All right. Ushur Nahek begins to chant loudly, his voice echoing through the room. The entire room begins to radiate a greenish light. And let's see, these two skeletons are each going to go for Orn. Shoot. Orn, does the 13 hit?
No.
Okay, all right, so they miss. The other two, this one's going to go for Eve. This one's going to go for Eve. This one's going to go for
How are they even close to where they're at?
They're popping out of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they're coming out of the walls or the pyramid?
They come out of the pyramid. The pyramid is solid bones. They're basically coalescing out of the pyramid. So this looks identical to what Nearest was doing. All right, one of the dwarves gets hit. Two of the dwarves get hit. Bernab does not get hit. Eve, two of the skeletons are coming straight for you. One rolls a mod 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Slashing damage. I don't know why it says bludgeoning. 5 points of slashing damage. Okay, and with that, it'll be time for an initiative roll. Let's do Orn.
Net 20!
Oh, I had a 19. Wow. Well done.
We get double initiative, right?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Try, guys.
Orn, you're up first. Eve, you're on deck.
All right. So, with that being the case, how close am I? Who's like right in front of me?
Okay, so you've got two more. Ushur Nahek is right next to you. You got the two mortuary priests on either side of you. You got the two skeletons directly in front of you.
All right. I'm going to attack Wusher Paycheck.
Who's your paycheck?
I'm also going to use my samurai ability, Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
So on a bonus action, I give myself advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of my turn. I gain temporary HP up to 5.
So just to tell you before you attack him, you do see that there is a greenish glow around Usher Nahek.
With my insight, would I know that's a shield that I probably won't be able to get past with my current weapons ability?
I don't know that you know you can't get past it. It just looks like it's
going to be a barrier to try to get through.
it looks like a magical barrier.
Wait, around him?
Around him. Yeah, I'm still going to attack.
Okay,
So
you got it.
For my first attack with advantage, modest 20,
Yes, sir. That will hit.
and then 18 to hit.
Wow. Yes. Both of those hit. Well done.
That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. God, I need a better weapon. 12 points of damage.
So, Orn, as you bring your blade down and you nick into him, you're like, I really need a better weapon. And you remember that blade that you saw back in the four-way intersection that still is lying on the ground next to the body of the lizard folk, Aki. You think maybe you should go back and look for that after this fight?
We need to charge the table. Pyrotrix says charge the table.
You remember, you should have got that super cool sword.
Yeah, I think Andy just flexed on me.
All right.
Andy, Pyrotrix says to charge the table.
The table is charged at 19 for tonight. But thank you for the reminder.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got hit. How many times? One time?
One time. Yes, sir.
All right. Then with my armor, my plate armor that you gave, the magical heavy armor, I'm going to add 2 points of damage to that.
Okay. So what was your total damage?
15.
Okay. Got it. All right. And with that, it will be over to Eve. Bard, you're on deck.
There.
So I am going to use my cunning action to disengage, and I'm going to fly up the pyramid towards the guy. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to fly up there and immediately drop to my knees.
Near whom? Where do you want to land? Near on your knees?
Near the priest.
The head priest? The high priest?
Yes.
I really didn't plan on there being that many people up there. There's not a lot of room on top of the pyramid. It's a full house up here.
I'll get as close to him as I can.
Okay, you are now behind him. He's facing Orn.
It's too late for getting on your knees.
Shut up, Gary.
Go past that.
Well, Gary, we already saw you on your knees earlier.
Well, I'm going to try and get his attention. High priest.
Whew. Name is Deduce your deck.
He's in the midst of an incantation. His hands are in braziers. You're behind him, and his hands are in the braziers. But you do see his head like turn a little bit towards you. He's not really looking at you though.
That's fine.
He's kind of focused on the dragonborn that's swinging blades at his face.
We're gonna have a long title for this episode.
It's too late to get on your knees.
Get on your knees.
Guys, she's trying to talk to. It's her turn.
I'm sorry, Eve. Go ahead.
I know we're in the middle of combat, but I kneel before you and I offer myself. I know I may seem just like one soul, but I am not just a succubus. Here, shut up. I'm trying to get out of this alive.
Hold that thought.
But I am part devil and part fae. That has to be worth something more than 2 souls. Please just let my party pass.
With your acceptance, I shall dispatch this pretender and open the doors. Then you and I will talk.
Don't kill him. Let him go as well.
2 souls in, 2 souls out. It is what it must be, young devil fae. I do not make the rules.
Well, sacrifice one of yours, and I have sacrificed myself for them.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. Okay. He seems very focused, very, very sure about his action.
I am sorry, young devil fae. Wait, this will not take long. Stay out of my way, and you will not be harmed.
And he begins to return to his chanting. Bard, over to you. Gary, you're on deck.
Thunderwave!
Oh my god!
All right. Bard, where do you want to be when you do this Thunderwave? Because you're currently at the bottom of the pyramid.
You want to poof right in the middle?
I'm going to poof right in range so I can just get this whole little bunch. I just want to send them all flying across the room.
The group of skeletons or the guys at the top of the pyramid?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, however many people can fit in like a 20-foot...
Well, there's ones at the bottom. And there's ones at the
there's skeletons down at the bottom of the pyramid, and then there are ones at the top of the pyramid that are fighting with Orn. Which ones were you trying to Thunderwave?
Yeah, I was trying to get through the first rank and get like up to the first level of the pyramid and just blow people off of it.
Off the pyramid?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a poof check.
Poof check. Poof check.
You are definitely going to hit Orn.
I got it.
Okay. You're definitely going to hit Orn, but where you are right now, you can hit
I'll give him hit points.
the 2 mortuary priests and the 2 skeletons. You will not hit Usher Nahik.
What? Why can't I hit Usher Nahik?
Okay.
Yeah, why can't you can hit me? But
it's a 15-foot cone.
I thought it was a 20-foot, but
Oh, is it 20? If it's 20, then you're fine. Okay.
I could be wrong. Oh, damn it! I should know this. Thunderwave.
Where's Ricky when we need him?
Yeah.
Ricky's like the Thunderwave king.
Thunderwave should be right here.
Thunder smite. Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Yeah, it's
15
It is a
foot.
15-foot cube. Okay.
All right. You can't hit
Cube.
Usher Nahik.
Yeah, cube, not cone.
Does it have to be directly in front of you?
It's a 15-foot radius, right?
Yeah, radius from self.
So it's a 30-foot diameter of a cube.
Oh.
Right?
Wait, what?
No, that's not accurate.
So it hits everything around you, or it hits everything in a 15-foot arc in front of you?
Yeah, it's originated from me. I'm pushing out 15-foot cube in front of me.
I think I positioned you so you can't hit Usher Nahik. You're just not going to hit everybody up on top of there. But you'll hit most people up there.
All right, cool.
All right.
They have to all make a con saving throw. How does one make a con saving throw when you don't have...
I told Gary wrong. You can fail the con. You just get advantage on your con saves.
Oh, delightful.
Yep. All right. So what's the save they're going for?
Yes!
14.
Okay.
I rolled 18 on the die.
All right.
Plus 4. 22.
Wow. I always roll it on the ones I shouldn't roll it on. So
Watch Andy up there.
okay. So the
Wait, what happened?
Ushernehik and the mortuary priest both failed their saves. The two skeletons rolled natural 20s.
They're too dumb to realize what's happening.
Foosro deck.
What?
What about Eve being behind Usher? What?
Usher!
She's out of range.
Okay, good. I'm out of range.
It's Fushrodak.
Foosro deck.
See, I keep not remembering his name because of you two.
All right, yeah. So they get blown 10 feet away.
HP.
What do you get when you succeed?
Okay.
And 10 thunder damage plus whatever falling damage they have from rolling down the pyramid.
All right.
What's
So
half damage if you pass?
Half damage if you pass.
So I take 5.
It's the pyramid guys. The
So
little
if
zombies.
he gets pushed into me,
he
can we
does.
say I
He
can
does.
dagger out?
Sure. You're gonna attack.
Yeah, if he gets pushed back into me.
All right. I'll say you have advantage on your next round because he's going to be tangled with you, but you can't attack him this round because he's not moving through your space. But the two of you do end up prone.
Technically behind him.
Yes, but you're both going to be knocked prone as he flies into you. So Eve's
Does
going to
he
be.
not get pushed 10 feet away?
Yeah, but I didn't get hit.
He got pushed into you.
But he's giving you advantage on your next attack.
All right. This guy
You're
is prone right here. Boy, I'm really finding the disadvantage of these. All right, he's prone right there. Cool. The two skeletons are completely unmoved and undamaged by you, Bard. The two of them swivel their lightless sockets towards you.
I think they take half damage, right?
Not on natural 20s.
Yeah. Okay.
So now it'll be over to Gary, as Ushernehik is blasted off of the thing, he screams, and you see the greenish light suddenly dim all around the chamber. The green silhouette that was surrounding him is gone, and the chanting comes to a close. And with that, it will be over to Gary. Melusine, you're on deck.
Yes, that's the name of this episode.
Let's play King to the Hill. Gotta keep them off the top.
Oh my god.
Are these skeletons like all bone, or they have like living fleshy skeletons?
These skeletons, the ones that burst from the pyramid, have no bone on them at all.
No flesh.
Fresh.
Sorry, no
Skeletons have
no flesh. Sorry.
They're rolling bags of jelly.
You boneless
Suck of wine.
you suck of wine.
Okay, so he just got entangled with her. Can Gary, is he within line of sight of one of those priests?
Yes, he is. So Gary's right here, and the priest is right here.
All right, we're gonna load up a little quick shot for him here, a little Eldritch Blast
Okay.
time. Gotta control it, I guess, in here, right? 17 for control.
That is a successor.
Yeah. All right. 10 plus 5. I rolled a natural 20.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Double your damage, sir.
So he will take
One on if you had modifiers to magic.
26 plus D10. 26 plus 7.
A brilliant-
33?
In a brilliant ball of purple flame?
Yeah.
Right? Yep. In a brilliant ball of purple flame, the mortuary priest bursts into fire, his tattered rags and ornamental garb falling away, revealing little more than bone underneath, little scraps and tatters of flesh that are still smoldering on him as the flame dissipates. And with that, it will be over to Melusine and Bernab.
I'm going to have Bernard go first so we don't forget about him.
Okay.
as tends to happen, and he is just going to attack whichever little skeleton is closest to us.
He's adjacent to one. Go for it.
All right, that's going to be a 18 to hit.
Yes, ma'am. All day,
All
every day.
right. And he's a D8.
Every day, that means every enemy. Unless we fight the same enemy every day.
Well, that's one out. 2 in, 2 out.
That's
That's one
going to
out.
be 8 damage.
8 damage?
Oh,
Yeah.
The bones clatter to the ground as Orn rips the rib cage apart with his blade, and the bones just go spraying across.
you mean
Don't
Bernard?
give Orin credit for that kill.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
And then
Now you're
Mel-
getting Orn and Thoric, or it's Orn and Bernard.
But nah.
Bernard.
Knob. All right, and then Melusine is going to do magic missile to
In
the
the words
head
of
priest.
Wayne Brady, you got to be in my mind.
Apparently, Orn's always in your mind.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Melusine tries to do magic missile, but rolls a 5 on her control. So
Come on, you can do better. I believe in you. I'm counting on you for those ones. You can do it.
You've done it before.
Yep. All right. So Malcolm and his dwarves are going to fight back.
Finally, they do something.
Yeah.
kill them.
Yeah. They
Dark
obliterate.
guy.
They obliterate one of the skeleton thingies.
The boneless skeleton.
Yep. Sticking with my theme of not being able to talk when I need to. And with that, that's everyone. So it's time for a new round of initiative. Let's have Eve roll.
Do your bad guys not get to go?
I got a 50. Oh, I did. I totally skipped myself, didn't I?
Damn you!
You mean you can skip yourself?
Nope.
You never had a turn. You didn't have a turn yet. But
All right.
I figured.
Ushur Nahek is going to get up.
How? He's tangled with
Yep,
Eve.
he's going to spend his entire movement to get up.
Are you sure he wants to get up and out of my arms?
Oh, he's getting
I mean, it's been a
I
while,
thought
but
he was trying to.
he rolls up on top and he goes, "Oh, a moment longer, my dear. Wait right here. Don't even get up." And he just gets up and he's going to.
Oh, well, you said
Yep.
he's-
All right, so he is going to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he spent his whole movement round, so he's got 2 actions. I guess he's gonna all right, so he's going to do 1 spell. Okay, I should have done that for the attack, but oh well. You see a bluish glow surround Ushur Nahek. And then he's going to do a spell on Orn. Okay, that's successful. Orn does a mod 20 hits you, right? All right, cool. You're going to take 7 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Yep. So
What's Thor doing this entire time?
I totally forgot about Thoric.
Yeah.
So Thoric has been looking at the blade on his axe. He's like, yeah, man, it's really sharp, so sharp. oh, we're fighting. Oh, okay, wow, okay. So he's gonna rush forward, and Thoric's gonna do Sacred Flame on that mortuary priest that's already been caught on fire, because gonna see what that can do. Thoric does not hit. Wait, no. Sacred Fire automatically hits. So that was the mortuary priest save. Mortuary priest did not save, so the mortuary priest bursts into a brilliant ball of flame.
Sacred Frame's a dex save.
That's right. So the mortuary priest failed his dex save. I was rolling the attack for Orn for Thoric, but that didn't hit. So I just converted that into the save that the guy would have made.
It's like Negan from Walking Dead. I am Warren. Everyone's
And with that, it will be now it's the initiative roll. So Eve, what'd you get? I got a 15.
7.
7? All right, cool. This guy, who I totally forgot about, is going to get up. He's going to attack Orn.
Didn't one of those priests die?
Nope, he's still up. Orn! Does a 19 hit you? Yes, right?
Yeah.
That'll be another 10 points of bludgeoning damage, sir. And the other one is going to attack you.
Oh, hey, Andy, did they take the 10 thunder damage?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So the one priest lived through a critical strike?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he burst into...
He did. He's still alive.
Oh, jeez.
And with that, it will be... so, Orn, that's going to be a 24 to hit total. And that'll be another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's
I'm
down.
down.
All right, Orn is down. Oh, shoot.
Our healer should be healing.
Well, he's not here.
I'm just going to move the twin braziers. They're really getting in the way. Okay. The twin skeletons are both going to turn and attack Bard, because Bard has definitely gotten their attention.
Go for the beamer.
I'm going to tear their leg off.
You feel like they've got a bone to pick with you, Bard.
Yeah.
And with that, it'll be this will be a 14 to hit.
Negative on that one.
What about a 15?
Negative on that one.
Okay, they both miss with their blows. And Ushur Nahek is going to hop back up on the platform, stepping out of Eve's area, provoking an attack of opportunity if she so wishes to make one.
Rogue.
Eve, are you going to attack Ushur Nahek?
Yep.
Okay, you'll have advantage on your attack.
Second turn.
Would this be considered a sneak attack?
Yeah, he's definitely not expecting it. He was expecting a really good time.
Take attack.
Yeah, add a d6.
Yeah, add an extra d6 to damage. Let's see. I am using. Frick, what was my magical?
Go already. All your weapons are right here.
I had a magical one. Long thing. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
17 to hit.
Yes, that will hit. Yep.
D6. I guess I can just take the average of both. So 6 damage.
Well, it's the average plus 1.
Yep.
So it'd be 8.
So you hit.
D4. Well, no. Is it not showing?
Because it's not over there. Will you quit? Only one person needs to touch the screen at a time. It says it's equipped. Just not there.
Yeah, just go back to it. It's
Reach.
1d6. So yeah, 8 damage.
So 8 damage.
Okay. So, Ushur Nahek, as you wrench your blade through his back, he like turns around and goes, you devil fay. Oh, you will regret that. And he steps up and places his twin hands onto the braziers and kind of pulls himself up the rest of the way towards the pyramid. As he's looking
You
over.
should have taken my offer when you had the chance.
So he's facing you. He's facing away from the party, with away from the rest of the group, with his hands in the twin braziers, Orn on the ground behind him. He says, "I am the High Priest of Anubis. I am granted power in this world and in the next. I will show you what this power is capable of, and you will regret. You will regret your choice." He reaches into the flames, and he begins to chant And as he does, you see bones wrench themselves out of the pyramid, cobbling together into a massive, towering structure, roughly 8 feet high, a mass of bones that assembles itself directly at the base of the pyramid.
Oh dear.
Bones coming together to form fingers, limbs, legs, arms. It assembles, and Usherne goes,
You have chosen poorly, elf.
Elf.
Devil creature.
You did all of that in 6 seconds.
all right, yes, he did. And
Attack me? Okay.
the other two attacked you, and these two, who have no one else to attack, are going to rush over here and try to get to Gary, but Dark Eye's going to head them off. Let's see what happens. All right. One of the dwarves takes a hit. Dark Eye does not get hit. For her part, Dark Eye is going to attack. She's going to kill one of the skeletons. And the dwarves
Damn it! I should have
killed the last 2 skeletons over here. Thoric is going to Healing Hands. Or I guess that's he has the ranged healing thing. So I think
Can Gary yell for Thoric to? Does Thoric have the other scroll of consecration?
No, he does not. I think Eve had it. That'll be 12 points of healing to Orn.
Is he able to lay on hands?
He did the ranged heal that he has. It's a healing word, I think. I know he has 1.
He doesn't have 3rd level spells yet, does he?
Should. No,
Third
he's not
level
3rd level. He doesn't have 3rd level. I know he has 1 ability that lets him heal.
Yeah, it's very,
by
very.
ranged.
Healing word is very, very little amount of healing. It's a 1d4 plus spell modifier.
Oh well, maybe it does more healing this time. So that's for Thoric and
12.
I already did those 2. So it's now over to yes, sir. You got back 12 hit points, and with that, it will be over to Melocene. Gary, you're on deck.
All right. I'll have Bernard go first again, and he's going to make another attack against closest skeleton.
So Bernard's going to rush up the pyramid and try to save Bard.
He's not. He trips and just goes back to Melocene.
Okay.
All right, Melocene's going to try another spell. I'm going to try Magic Missile again. And I control it. And this is going to be on Head Priest guy.
Ooh, I know what I'm going to do.
9 damage.
9 damage?
Mhm.
He's barely even phased by it.
You know what? I'm just glad I hit.
Okay. Gary, you're up, and Bard, you're on deck.
I'm gonna shoot at that same priest that I hit before.
Yep.
Another Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
7 control?
Yes, sir.
Does that
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. 23 to hit.
Holy smokes, yes.
Okay. No, not this one. Urgh. 12 points of damage.
He screeches in agony, and as you watch, the greenish light from his eyes dissipates, and you see a green arc flow from him into the statue of Anubis as his body crumbles to the ground.
Oh boy.
That's
Was that one of the
fun.
priests?
Yep.
Yep.
He is deed. And with that, it will be over to Bard. Eve, you're on deck.
How many priests do I have around me? Zombies.
You've got 2 skeletons, and the priest is a few feet away from you further down the pyramid. He's about 10 feet
Okay.
away.
Gotcha. And like roast your neck is in the 2 pyres.
Yes, he's at the very top of the pyramid.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Is there any way I can poof up there?
Sure.
Yeah, I wanna poof up there. And I got a 6, so I poof right up in front of him, right up beside Orn. I'm like, "What's up?" But I don't say that. I just kind of give him a little nod, and then I wring my collar and thunder wave him off.
You're gonna hit me
You're down below. aren't you?
down below.
You're down below. It's on the pyramid.
I just
Thunderwave.
stabbed him in the back.
As he was going up the pyramid.
Oh, we can't hear you, Andy. Oh, what's happening? Oh no.
Nope, we cannot hear you now.
Oh, how about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's this stupid. I gotta get a different. The other headset I had has really bad mic, but this one has a mic that just turns off randomly. Apparently. All right, so Ushur Nehek needs to make a save, right?
Yes. 14 Constitution save.
All right, he saved successfully, so he doesn't get moved. Are you gonna hit Orn?
No, I'm like right beside Orn.
Gotcha. So
So,
Eve, Eve needs to make a save though.
Is Eve not below it, down somewhat on the pyramid?
You know what? I guess you could like turn your head, and that'll hit the mortuary priest instead. The mortuary
Yeah.
priest does not save, so he is going to get moved. All right, bye bye. So, all right, damage.
Felicia.
So it'll be 10. So I guess priest guy will take 5, and then the other guy will take 10 before he lands.
Yeah, whatever, falling damage.
They are getting knocked off the pyramid, right? Like down a level.
Yes, they are.
Sweet.
It's actually so if it's 10 feet, he falls 2 levels down to here. Ushur Nehek does not fall, so he's going to take an additional 2d6 points of damage as he slams down the pyramid. And with that, it will be over to Eve. Orn, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
So is he facing away from me again?
He is. He's got his hands clenched on either brazier, holding on for dear life as the echo of the thunderclap recedes.
How far am I from him?
You're within 10 feet. Because he's 5 feet above you. And not quite 5 feet away further. You can easily move in range if you want to.
I think I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Shoot him with my short bow.
He is in melee with Bard, and Orn's also within 5 feet of him.
So you have a chance to hit both of us.
I pray I don't.
I have altered my weapon. Pray I don't alter it any further.
You can't make a decision based off of what I might mean. Do what you were going to do. Do what you're going to do.
Damn it, Mac. Can you please move? Thank you. Ugh. All right.
Yeah, that probably works.
No, screw it. Can I do sneak attack again?
Yes. No, not sneak attack. He can see you.
How can
He's
you
gonna-
see me if his back is turned to me?
He's facing you. I said he's facing away from.
He just said that his back was turned to her.
His back was turned to you, Orn.
Oh. Okay.
Because when he got back up there, he faced Eve.
Yeah, she just stabbed him. Yeah, we're good.
So Ushernaic is on top of the pyramid, facing Eve. Orn is on the ground but conscious behind him. Bard is up there as well. The bone amalgamation of creature and golem stands at the bottom of the pyramid. Next to it is the mortuary priest that just slammed into the ground next to the pyramid next to him. But he's still alive.
Did we ever discuss how I charm people?
It's in the rules I gave you, the sheet of paper.
I never saw anything on charming. I guess for now, I'll just stick with shooting. I'll just do that.
Shoot the priest.
If I'm on the ground, it's not like this. You'd be able to hit me, right?
Not likely.
Is it-
Did you miss?
Yes.
Okay. What's your attack?
Plus your 5.
It's a 6.
It's a 6? Oh, okay. It just flies off. It can't hit anyone. All right. So,
What?
I wake up.
Gary, it's your initiative. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Gary, it's your initiative, and
My what?
why am I saying
I
Gary?
go.
Orn, it's your initiative.
Oh my god, get my name right.
Jeez. I don't know why my brain keeps doing that.
All right, I'll spend my movement actions to stand up epically, like I'm about to end this.
Yep.
Which I know I'm not, but this is how I stand up. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Second Wind.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get 1d10 plus my fire level HP back, which I'll do that in a second. And then I'm going to use my action to cast Dragon Breath on one of the braziers, so I don't hit one of the other teammates. It's an ice attack, so I'm hoping to put out one of the braziers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. That's a.
The brazier needs to make a DC check, Dex check.
It just fails. You
Now, anyone
you
else
get the
15
sense the brazier tries to evade, but it just can't. It's leaning so hard to the left and gets somehow going nowhere.
And if I can get anyone else, excluding friendlies, in that 15-foot cone,
Yep.
they need a check as well.
You can't hit anyone else. Well, you can't hit Ushernaic.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
Okay. Ushernaic rolled a natural 1.
So, yes. It's going to be a total of almost perfect damage, 11 points.
All right.
Does the fire go out?
The fire is extinguished inside the brazier. You see the room dampen as the greenish light fades on one half of the room. And Ushernaic's face wrenches around at his left hand, where the flame has gone out. He looks at the ice that's formed all over the brazier. It's melting rapidly because the brazier is hot, but for right now the flame is out. He's like,
On second thought, I'm not going to use Second Wind. I'm going to use Action Surge, and I'm going to attack.
okay.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to attack Usher Navek.
Ice your Naic.
First attack. Oh, but I don't have advantage. So does a 15 hit?
No, sir. Oh, yeah, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
So my other attack. So my main attack is a modest 20, and my secondary attack is a 15.
Yep, they both hit. Damage, sir.
And then I was hit twice before. So with my armor, I'm adding 2d4s to my my damage. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 15, 18 points of damage.
Ushernaic is his left arm is battered away from the brazier, and he's badly mauled by Orn, but he's still clinging to the other brazier with his right hand. And with that, it will be time for a new initiative roll. Bard!
Got it. 13.
I got a 5.
Sweet.
Orn, you're up again. Eve, you're on deck. So be thinking about what
All
you
right.
want to do.
Now this time I'm going to do Fighter Spirit number 2. Give myself temporary 5 HP and advantage on my attacks this round.
Okay.
And my first main attack, I'm assuming that a 17 is going to hit.
Yes, it will.
And then
It wouldn't
nat
have-
20.
That was a really good call. Oh, hello.
12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage. Plus 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
What's 15 plus 8?
23.
23 points of damage total.
Okay. Wow.
Pissed me off.
What?
Oh, I'm saying Usher, pay, deck, whatever, pissed me off.
Okay. He's badly mauled by Orn, but he's still clinging to the right brazier for all he's worth. You can see the flame is still boiling away in there. Eve, it's your initiative. Bard, you're on deck.
What, I'm looking.
Out of like 28, I'm okay.
Suave.
10 down.
I'm going to approach him.
He's facing you.
Huh?
He's facing you. He's been badly beaten up by Orn, but he's still his body is still facing you.
I know. I'm going to approach him and do Draining Kiss.
Ooh, vicious.
You willing?
He has to be willing, grappled, incapacitated, restrained, or charmed. Right now, in a way, he's kind of incapacitated.
I don't know if he's truly.
I wouldn't say he's incapacitated. You can grapple him.
I'll do that. I'll grapple and get the charm really going.
I know I just stabbed you, but
So if he's grappled, I believe he's incapacitated, right?
It just says kiss a creature that's willing, grappled, incapacitated, restrained, or charmed.
gotcha.
He must succeed a DC con.
Okay. If you grapple him, he will be restrained. So this round you can grapple him, and the next round you can use your kiss.
Do you not have the ability to do something as a bonus action or something?
I mean,
Where is it at?
I've got cunning action, which is dash, disengage, or hide.
Where's the
Draining Kiss is right here. It does not say anything about me doing that.
It doesn't say how long it takes.
So maybe I'll go up and just make my grapple seem like I'm wrapping him in a loving embrace.
Okay. He's kind of holding onto this brazier with one hand, so he's not going to really be able to fight you off. Orn's badly mauled his left hand, so go ahead and roll a grapple attack with advantage.
Sweet.
You're just rolling your grapple to see if you actually
It's a
grapple.
grapple.
It's either a strength check or an athletics check, your choice.
For her, it would only be a strength check because she's grappling. The strength or dex is for the people who are trying to resist it.
Ah, is that okay?
Because it's either I'm going to break free of it or I'm going to dodge my way out of it.
So you said roll it with advantage?
Yes, ma'am.
16.
Yes, ma'am. That is more than enough. And he is going to try. Oh, yeah, I mean, he can't. I guess he can resist this turn. Yes, he fails. You have him successfully grappled. And next turn, you can use your kiss. It's a kiss of death. And with that, it would be over to Bard. Gary, you're on deck.
All right. So as I stand over and stand beside Orn as he gets up, I give him a big slobbery lick and cure wounds.
Lick on wounds.
Lick on wounds.
Lay on tongues.
Lay on tongues.
Lay on tongues. There you go. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
How much HP?
That's going to be
The look
Shit.
of life.
We can figure that. Is that going to be your whole action?
No, my bonus action is going to be Mantle of Inspiration.
Ooh.
So I'm going to turn this one little flame that's left back to a purple, and you get 5 temporary hit points. You get 5 temporary hit points. Let's give Gary 5 temporary hit points and Bernard 5 temporary hit points, and all of you can take your bonus action or bonus movement action.
You get 5 hit points, and you get 5 hit points.
Yeah, and yeah, well, we're doing the rockin' purple strobe.
The room does glow purple as the one remaining brazier illuminates purple.
Sweet. All right, and I'm going to be healing Oren, so he'll be getting hit points.
You can move on to the next.
Got it. Gary, over to you, sir. Mel, you're on deck.
I cannot see the other priest from where I'm at.
No,
can
sir, you
I?
cannot. But you can hear something rumbling from behind the pyramid.
Oh, okay. Is the top of the pyramid visually within 30 feet?
No, sir. You could move forward and it would be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a bonus. Okay. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll move as far forward as I can, and then I'm in a bonus. This is a bonus action spell.
All right. So there
Misty
are
Step.
there are skeletons up there. Oh, are you trying to get up on the top of the pyramid?
Yep.
There's, I guess there's room. Okay. Roll your. Let's see if you.
I don't
miscast.
have to go to the top. I can go to like the second. I'm trying to. I saw the other priest get knocked off the platform. I'm looking for him.
Okay. Well, there are skeletons on the pyramid right now. That's what those things are underneath Bard and Orn. So
Or how about this? Can I move forward and Misty Step to the other side of the pyramid?
Sure.
Like where that column is?
Sure.
And would I be able to see that other priest, maybe?
Maybe.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah,
Roll your Misty Step.
Yeah, he has a bonus.
It's just a bonus action, so I'm not sure that I roll.
Is that not a
anything
spell?
for it?
Hey, Gary, remember?
It is a spell. It's a
You still have to roll to cast it.
conjuration. Oh shit. Okay.
Hey, guys, remember with the Bard
14.
Inspiration,
A Mantle of Inspiration.
Mantle Inspiration, he has an extra movement action, so he should be able to get there no problem.
With,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't even need a Misty Step. Gary,
Okay.
there you are. You step around the thing. As you do, you see this standing right
oh boy.
in front of. This is what you see as you step
Oh, holy crap!
around the edge. It stands at the base of the pyramid. It stands at the base of the pyramid and turns its hulking form, a mass of bones, towards you, Gary.
Oh, this is where I parked my Durko. Can I see the other priest?
He's behind the this figure. You can see the other priest through him.
I'm gonna try to like throw a curveball shot at that other priest.
All right.
Eldritch blast.
Let me make the
11 for control.
Yes, sir.
And
Jeez, you guys are just on fire with your control spells. No more charging the table at 19.
it's hard for me to miss this one. 17 to hit it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna roll again for my damage because that worked out pretty well. Here. All right. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Force damage.
The priest is slammed by an invisible force. He's still up, but he does not look good. His robes are in tatters. His ceremonial garb is just wrecked. He's still holding on to the obsidian blade in 2 hands. Melusine, it's your initiative, ma'am.
All right. How many? Do I have 4 skeletons near me?
You have no skeletons near you. There are 2 skeletons that are on the pyramid between
I thought those
you.
little dude skeletons.
Banab did a good job of clearing them out, but the dwarves also cleared them out. So here's what it looks like for you. On the pyramid, there are 2 skeletons. One very near the top, one about halfway up. There's one skeleton off to your right that's fighting Dark Eye. She looks like she's got this one handled. And Banab is between you and the pyramid. At the top of the pyramid, you can see that Orn and Bard are fighting and struggling with Ushur Naik, who's clutching onto this last brazier and seems to be getting it on with Eve.
Great. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to have Bernard go up the pyramid, the halfway one, and attack that skeleton.
Okay. Roll them.
That's going to be 19 to hit.
Yes, ma'am.
And what does he need?
He just obliterates the skeleton, scattering bones everywhere.
Perfect. All right, and then Melusine is going to follow Gary.
And she's got the free movement too, right?
I think Bernard got the free one, not Melusine.
Okay. All right. So Melusine can spend her entire round moving back there,
Okay.
and then she won't have an action.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. As you round the corner, you also see the towering form hulking, or just on the other side of the pyramid, clacking bones.
Gary's gonna turn around and be like, "You should not have come this way. It's a mistake.
I stay behind Gary.
Run the other way, quick."
All right. And with that, it would be over to, oh, hey, Team Good Guys.
It's not initiative round.
No, because you guys went first this round.
You lost that opportunity, Gary.
Oh no!
You win! Ushur Nahek, his hand still on the brazier, is going to try to relight the other brazier. Ooh, he clutches with his left hand, slamming it on the brazier. You see fire blaze into it, and the room illuminates green on both sides. As it does, the green silhouette surrounds Ushur Nahek again.
He can do that while he's grappled?
Oh,
No, he cannot.
like drop.
All right, so he's got to do I'll do...
Strength.
It's not going to be strength. It's going to be dex for him. But it's not a lot. Okay. 19. So, Eve, you can choose. Actually, I think yours is just an athletics check.
Yeah, roll strength check.
You said athletics?
Yes, ma'am.
I did wait. I guess I should have called inspiration die.
You can roll an inspiration die after you roll.
What do I have? But what's the die for it?
D6, I think.
Usually it's a d6.
Damn.
Yeah, 9.
Ushur Nahek shoves you off of him, slamming his left hand onto the other brazier and hauling himself back upright between the two of them, his body coming apart. You can see he's been marked by numerous wounds, but as he does manage to get his hands onto both braziers, again the greenish light coalesces over him. You see him wreathed in this. You cost him one of his actions, though, so that is his entire round of action there. And the other mortuary priest is going to leap up there.
Oh.
He's going to take the whole thing in one bound, and he's going to attack Eve with his obsidian blade.
Oh dear.
And that's going to be a mod 20 to hit with the obsidian blade. 10 points of bludgeoning damage, Eve, as he baps you with this obsidian blade. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the pyramid, the hulking form lurches forward towards Gary, who is gallantly blocking its path from Melusine.
Oh no, I'm not.
Gary boldly taking this thing on with all of his pugnacious charm as it raises both of its claws into the air. You hear from across the hall, "Ola Delta! No!"
Well, just go ahead and know it hits.
You hear Darkeye crying out from behind you. Yep, he misses with one of his attacks just outright. The other one will be a 24.
How did you miss? What did you roll to miss?
A 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, it misses.
It's me.
24 miss.
It's me rolling. Let's remember this. Gary, that will be 12 points of slashing damage as he rakes you with sharpened bones.
Oh!
All right, he did not hit with both of his attacks, so he doesn't get to use the extra special super heavy fun attack that he has. Let's see. One skeleton remains to attack Darkeye. He doesn't hit. One skeleton attacking Bernab doesn't hit. Darkeye, for her part, kills this skeleton. And then she's going to use her full round to charge over here to try to help Gary.
What about Thor?
Thoric? Who would Thoric help? I mean, Thoric can do a combat as well, so I'm going to say Thoric is going to charge up the pyramid.
He just got damaged pretty hardcore.
Yep. Thoric is going to get around, but he can't see Eve. Thoric is going to rush up to you, Orn, and he's going to pop another heal.
I look fantastic.
You do look fantastic?
I look great.
The dog licked him.
Yeah, I got the slobbering heels.
Okay,
Yes,
then
the dog had licked his booty.
Oh yeah.
As he-
what about Thor?
as he reaches the top of the pyramid, Thoric is going to cast Sacred Flame on the hulking figure that is fighting Gary.
Sacred flame.
And it needs to make a save. It freaking makes its save. And Sacred Flame does not damage it. The 3 dwarves are going to rush up onto the pyramid. And all,
Bum, 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 bum.
and they just, together, they bring down that skeleton.
Yeah.
Clearing the pyramid of skeletons, Usher Nahek crying out in despair. Whew, alrighty. That is it for everyone. It's time for another initiative roll. Gary. I got a 17.
17.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
Alright, time for a reroll.
It was the roll off.
I got a 1.
3.
Beat that.
Ah, 3.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Melusine, it's your initiative. Gary, you're on deck.
All right, I want to cast Firebolt at the big giant thing of death. And I control it. And that's going to be 18 to hit.
Yes, that will definitely hit.
Awesome. And that's going to be...
So bold of you to stick next to Gary. I mean, he's really just taking
Well,
one for
he's
the
an
team.
old man, so I just want to make sure that he's safe, you know? That's what I was going for. That's going to be 8 damage. And then Barnard is going to use his action to get over to where we are.
Yep, he can make it. I think that's enough distance for him. He should just make it, and he can attack from where he is. He rushes
Oh,
around.
sweet. All right, well, he's going to be bold and attempt an attack. And no, he's not. He
Okay,
gets real freaked out and just is like, I'm good.
Gary, your initiative, Sir Bard, you're on deck.
Sounds good.
So the priest hopped up a different direction, so I can probably still see him, right?
Yeah, you can see the priest. Belnav's between you, and so is Eve. I don't know if that matters.
No, it really doesn't.
Okay.
It's like a homing missile. I don't think I just gotta control it. Okay, I'm gonna shoot it. Do I get away? If I move, am I gonna get hit by this thing from the opportunity attack?
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it is going to get an attack, and it will probably hit.
Unless you disengage, but you forfeit your action.
Yeah, no.
Do you
All right,
not?
We're shooting the priest.
Okay.
I'm
You'll
just gonna
have
stand
you'll
there.
have
And,
you'll have disadvantage on your control spell, on your control roll.
Huh?
Yep,
Why is that?
because he's in combat. He's in close combat.
Even if he's not firing into close combat?
Gary is currently in close combat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm firing away from close combat.
Yes,
Technically.
but you're trying to cast a spell in close combat, so that gives you disadvantage on your control spells, control roll.
Not to hit though, right?
No. It just doubles your chances of miscasting.
All right, we're gonna take that chance. 9. Okay.
Ooh,
Let's go. 9 and a 12.
clutch!
All right. 18 to hit.
Yes, sir. What's your damage?
Eight.
Gary, in a brilliant ball of purple fire, the priest explodes. And out of the explosion of purple flame, you see the arcing greenish light as it is absorbed into the statue of Anubis. And you hear a satisfied growl. All of you hear a satisfied growl as it permeates through the entire tomb.
That's two.
Eve. No, Bard, it's your initiative. Eve, you're on deck.
All right, I'm going to try to poof over behind Eve.
Okay. So down. So
Yeah.
Okay.
The poof does not go off. So instead, I'm going to try and I think you moved me down there, but the poof did not work.
You've been making all your poof rolls, so I just got...
I know, that was the first one I failed at. Didn't go anywhere.
Sometimes your luck just goes poof.
Yeah, so plan B is to Thunderwave.
Okay. There's practically no chance you're not going to hit one of your friends, because Eve's on the other side of him. Orn's right next to you.
Wait a minute. Is she on the
Eve's
stairs?
directly behind him. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
You can bite him.
Yeah, I'll bite him.
Okay.
How about that?
Bite his ass, Seabass.
Does a 13 hit him?
No, sir, it does not.
Okay. All right. So for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mantle of Inspiration. So this is the second time I've done it. I can do it 2 more times. And that is hit points for Eve. Any hit points? Gary's getting hit points. 5 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Yeah. Orin's going to get 5 temporary hit points. And Milicine's probably going to need it. So 5 temporary hit points. And everybody can make a disengage or movement without attack of opportunity right now.
All right. So does anyone want to use their free move that Bard just dispensed it?
Yep. Free disengage, please.
All right. So you want to move like behind him and get like in between the bone creature and Ushur Nahik, right?
We're going to Dark Eye. Behind Dark Eye.
Okay.
I'm gonna cower.
Bravely run away.
Melusine, now that Gary has taken his turn in the front, do you want to take your turn blocking for Dark Eye?
Absolutely not. No. She is a fierce, independent woman. She can move right on up here.
Run away all on her own. Where do you want to go, Mel?
Behind Gary.
Okay.
A train of cowardice.
Brave heroes. All
I'm
right.
pushing.
We're both behind Dark Eye.
Yep.
And down there.
Brave bold Bernab out there all by himself, really earning his keep.
He's got it.
It'll be fun.
He's gonna get destroyed.
It'll be fun.
All right, Eve, it's your initiative. Orin, you're on deck.
So can I use that like bonus movement to like grapple again?
Sure, go for it.
Is he just gonna sit there and take it since his hands are on the thing?
I'll say if you want to, you can use since both of his hands are currently occupied, and he's not going to let go of those twin braziers. You can just go ahead and grapple him with your bonus. If you don't move, you can just use your bonus to grapple him.
Sweet.
And it just happens automatically?
I know for a fact he's not letting go of those braziers. So yeah, you can basically just wrap your arms around him.
So bonus action, you grapple him, and then therefore you can do the kiss.
Yep. So I'm going to do that. He needs to do a con save.
Okay. Wow. He's got a 21.
God damn it.
He's pretty tough.
Well, I still gain 1d4 plus the charisma hit point.
Oh, nice.
So I earned 6 hit points back.
Okay. You get the sense that he enjoys it, even though he probably shouldn't. Does he suffer any damage?
No,
Okay. So with,
because if he failed, he would have taken psychic damage.
gotcha. Okay. And so you realize that he might be a match for you as a lover. This is something you could keep going if you wanted to. Just throwing that out there. So with that, it'll be over to
Bones first.
Orn. Your initiative, sir.
I
Yep.
don't like skinny dude.
All right. So as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spider Spirit, my last one, giving me 5 HP and advantage on my attack rolls here. I didn't take any damage last round, did I? No, I did not. All right. So my first main attack. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit.
Yes. No. 17 does not hit him. Nope.
Oh, because he has the braziers?
Yep.
What about 19?
Yes, sir.
Oof.
Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job. You guys blocked him from using his main ability for like 4 rounds. This was very well done. I'm not sure if that was as intended, but it was very well done. All right. And with that, it is now Ushur Nehek's initiative. Ushur Nehek, his hands both on the brazier, throws back his head and screeches an incantation at the top of his lungs. He summons.
I wish I had another dragon breath.
Okay, well, that's not bad, actually. You see, from the lowest level, the wall burst outward, and without forming together, you see in ranks armed soldiers, their bones linked together under suits of armor as they march out from outside from around the pyramid, weapons at the ready.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Wow.
All right, these guys are coming out. Let's just do
Speech
this.
is a free action. 2 souls have already been sacrificed. Just open the doors.
Too late. Could try, but I think it's too late.
Never know.
Eve, roll a persuasion check.
Shut up, Devin. 16.
Ushur Nehek pauses.
You will withdraw, and I will finish the incantation. You have taken my 2 priests from me. Is this your deal? Lay down your weapons, and I will let you leave. Step back.
As he clutches onto the braziers, you're like face to face. He goes,
Release me. Step back.
Are we temporary ending combat?
"Yes." I mean, he's talking to Eve right now. You can hear him talking to her.
Release me. Step back, and I shall finish the incantation.
Oh, you don't like this?
I
Rub myself.
rather do enjoy it.
You're very certain he enjoys it, Eve. You're 100% certain he enjoys it.
We've had two in and 2 out. 2 in has been fulfilled.
Yes,
Let us out.
yes.
One step back.
The sacrifice is complete. You have taken my priests. Leave now, and I will let you take your lives.
How far was that one sword that you told me to go check out?
1 second.
Damn you, dragon. I will help you no more. Step back from my pyramid, and I will complete the incantations.
Ask him. I was asking Andy.
The door is closed. You can't get out to go get it.
Hold on. The sword you were... Oh, that sword?
The one that you told me is like, hey, you should probably go look at that thing.
I feel like you're pretty certain it's beyond that door. It's just beyond that door. because that was where the four-way junction was that you guys couldn't open the door, and that looks like that
And we're
door.
not going back that way.
I don't know which way are you guys going.
Wherever the exit is, I guess. I don't know.
Wherever he's gonna open and release us.
2 doors will open. 2 doors open.
That's what he said.
Let him finish the incantation. Everyone
Alright.
back off.
Okay. So everyone walks off the pyramid.
Yeah.
All right.
Or flies off.
Or flies off. As the last of you step off the pyramid, Ushernaik places his hands completely into the bowls and begins to chant and chant and chant. And as he does, you see more soldiers step out of the pyramid. They
That was
don't.
better.
They aren't threatening to you. Instead, they form ranks. On either end of the pyramid. And suddenly Ushernaik's voice stops. And you see the statue of Anubis glow faintly green. As it does, you see hieroglyphics wreathe all over the smooth skin of Anubis. And as they fade, the 2 doors open.
Which 2 doors? Can we
The
see?
2 doors. The one you came in through and the door back into the four-way junction. Ushernaik is exhausted. He's basically like holding onto the twin braziers to support himself. The hulking bone figure stomps its way up onto the platform and lowers a hand and cradles the priest. Slowly descends as the skeletal soldiers form a procession, blocking you from him. And Ushernaik raises his hands, or raises a hand, and the bone creature stops, and he kind of like turns Ushernaik towards you. Ushernaik goes,
I would have granted you all the power of Anubis, but for your treachery and for your wit, I shall help you no more, but I will not see you as enemies. Go, leave this place. It is my lord Anubis's, and I go to seek the blessing of my pharaoh.
and as he does, the golem turns and marches back the way that you guys came, back into the mortuary temple, the skeletons following, forming a procession after him.
So we should go the other way.
Yeah.
That is
Back to
where
the
we will leave our game for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The doors both open, one facing back the way that you came, one facing back the other way that you came, one facing back towards the mortuary temple, one facing back towards the the cross junction. So